As a foreigner, you probably want to just cut the price in half. Whatever price you're given initially, just cut it in half. There are no price tags.
Yo, what's up, guys? Your boy Kels.
And Joe.
We up here on the roof. And today, guys, we are ready to discuss 10 things you should know about Ghana.
From our estimation, these are the 10 most important things. No particular order, but things that we wish we knew before we came. You're Africans in the diaspora or you're culturally American, these are things that you have to know when you're coming to Ghana.
For sure, so we're gonna drop it down from 10 to 1, really in no particular order, but all things you should know. So if you guys are ready, we're ready.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Starting off at number 10, we have greetings. Greetings are very important when you come to Ghana. They're a very respectful culture. It's something they do every time you meet someone. You say hello, good afternoon, how are you?
You'll notice that people here are very polite, right? So when they say yes, it's yes please, or no, no please. Even sometimes when you ask somebody their name, they say Joe please. It's a very polite culture. So knowing that that's how people are here, it permeates kind of through all types of speech.
For sure, it's not something like if you need to know the time or if you need to know how to get somewhere, it's not so much, excuse me, how do you get here or what's the time? It's more, how are you? How are you doing? And then you ask your question. Because it's more of they want to connect with the people, right? And they do speak English, but it's important to know some of the terms, right? Some of what they say, some of their language. But to have etisain. Etisain is how are you?
Medasi is thank you.
Yes.
You'll be saying thank you a lot, right? Or medasi, right? That's how I've been told to say it.
For sure.
But yeah, you want to just make sure you know those words. People like when you speak their language and you're in their country. So it's good to know some of the phrases.
For sure. So number 10 is definitely greetings, guys. Know your greetings. Know how to greet people before you come here.
All right, so number 9 is knowing the conversion rate. So from the US dollar to CDs. Now, wherever country you're coming from, obviously you want to know your conversion rate. But us coming from the US, that was important for us. So USD, of course, the US dollar, and in Ghana, it's called the Ghana CDs. It's about 6 CDs for every dollar. They say it's gonna cost 60 CDs, then that's about $10.
Traveling internationally, it's always good to know what a dollar is, $10, $20 is, so that you can always multiply. So you know if something is 60 CDs, it's $10.
Right.
It's 120 CDs, it's about $20. This helps to kind of manage your spending when you go out, so you're not spending more than you should, and you actually feel like you're getting the value of what you're paying for. Know your conversion rates, USD, or wherever you're from, to Ghanaian CDs. The number 8, we have the infamous GMT, and my boy Joe will tell you exactly what that stands for.
Yeah, so we are in the GMT time zone, so it's kind of a double entendre, right? Greenwich Mean Time, right? It's the same time zone as England and a bunch of other countries. But what it means here is Ghana Maybe time. And that just speaks to the lax nature of the country and how sometimes it takes a little longer than maybe you would expect in the West to get some services if you're ordering food and some other things too.
Yeah, for sure. Like ordering food, meeting up with people. Here, it's much more of a lifestyle thing. If they say come to dinner at 6, they probably mean 8, right? So don't show up early, but don't show up late. You know what I mean? Even getting picked up in vehicles sometimes. Hop on the app, order a car, and it says 3 minutes.
Right, and it really is 13 minutes.
Yeah.
And also when someone says I'll be right there or I'll be there in 10 minutes, just add 10 more minutes. Right? So
maybe 20, depending on the
20 minutes, right. When food is coming and they say we're making it now, it's gonna be ready. You always want to give yourself about 35 to 40 minutes or so for the food to be ready. A lot of times it is made fresh.
For number 8, guys, the GMT time, Ghana Maybe time. So be on point with that.
All right, guys, so number 7 is knowing your location. This is a really important one because there's certain areas of the city here that don't show up on GPS, or maybe a road name might have changed. And so it's really important to know landmarks near where you are and how to get to your place from the landmark. So for instance, we are in Osu, that's an area of town, but we're on a street that's not very well known by everyone, right? But we are near Sun City, which is a apartment high-rise that's nearby. It's kind of like a hotel / long-term living.
Off of a main road too.
Off of a main road, Labate Beach Road. And so everybody knows Sun City because it's a really tall building. And so that's the landmark we would give for where we are here today. Right?
Yeah, for sure. Example, like when I first got here, guys, we were staying in an Airbnb in Chado.
Yeah.
And Chado is maybe about 10-15 minutes from here.
Yeah.
Long story short, guys, the address was not working on the GPS. First of all, my drive did not have GPS, so be prepared for that. It took about 2 to 3 hours, you know, from 4:30 in the morning to about 7:30 in the morning to get to my place. An unbelievable journey, you know, from the airport to the place was only about 10 minutes away.
Right.
So it's important to know your landmarks. There were a couple things around, like a gas station, a restaurant.
Right.
I didn't know for my first time coming in.
Right.
But knowing those things now, you know, it's easier to travel around to tell someone, hey, go to Sun City or go to Shirley Ann's restaurant and make a left, right, you know, and know your bearings like that. So it's important to know your landmarks for sure.
Even on the apps, you would copy and paste somebody's latitude and longitude, their PIN, into the address instead of an actual name of a street, and that'll get you directly to the location. So that's another pro tip for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So for number 7, guys, know your location, know your landmarks. For number 6, we have how to negotiate. Very, very important. We mentioned this in one of the things you need to know earlier, whether you're doing cabs, whether you're at a market.
Oh yeah.
Everything is up for negotiation, like Joe said.
Everything's up for negotiation. And really, no matter where you are, you can negotiate. As a foreigner, you probably want to just cut the price in half. Whatever price you're given initially, just cut it in half. There are no price tags.
Yeah.
So maybe there might be a price tag on a water or something like that. If you go to like ShopRite, the supermarket, you're not going to be able to negotiate there.
Yeah.
But if you're out in like Macola Market or anywhere out in the street buying, let's say, bracelets, like these bracelets that we bought here, these are all local. You want to be able to negotiate, and you want to start with just by cutting it in half.
And if you even do see a price tag, just know that's not the final price.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You want to cut it in half and end at half, right? Don't cut it in half and then end up halfway between cutting it in half and the price that you were originally given, right? If you know you want to pay half, maybe you even go lower than half so that you can end at half, because that's generally the price point in which it should actually cost.
Yeah, that's actually a great bargaining tip right there for sure. Definitely do that. Like I said, guys, before, you know, knowing your conversion rates is the big thing, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
You know, so definitely know how much things should cost, right? You don't want to be saying, oh, you're going to spend $30 for a t-shirt, you don't know your conversion rates.
Right, exactly.
And that comes in with negotiating and stuff like that. So listen to all our tips because they're very important. I think you guys will get a lot of value from them.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So number 5 is mosquito and bug repellent.
Man.
I can't tell you how important that is. One, if you're gonna be anywhere that's outdoors, so we're out here on this rooftop. Yeah. It's really nice. It's a great place to work at night, but mosquitoes love it up here. And they love our American blood, for sure.
We actually do trial and error. We tried a couple different things.
Yep.
We've tried the rosemary oil, which is pretty good.
That works for me.
Yeah.
The rosemary oil works for me.
Yeah, lemongrass oil is pretty good. The essential oils. What we found really works well is the mosquito coils.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much you light one end of it and you put it in your general close proximity.
Yep.
And they keep them away for a large point of time.
Yeah, it keeps them away for a while. And I would say you want to apply the bug repellent and reapply. In the same way that when you go to the beach and maybe you put on sunscreen and you have to reapply it after some time, you definitely want to reapply the bug repellent, because if you don't,
do not get caught slipping, because you will put it on, think you're good for the rest of the day, and in about 4 hours, and your legs will look like a Connect 4 board. Guaranteed. Red and blue and everything. Okay guys, we're at number 4. And this one is very important, is actually finding a nice workspace to work at, right? You guys are probably coming over here, you may have some work to attend to, maybe even a couple calls. I know Joe's had a couple calls to make.
Yeah, absolutely. My vacation ended maybe last week and now I'm back in work mode. So you want to find a workspace that's a convenient place to work nearby where you are, that has really good Wi-Fi.
You want to enjoy yourself when you come here as well.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but there will be some times where you need to get some work done.
Coffee shops are a good place, right? Hotel lobbies. In the same way that it would be in any other country you might be in.
We sat in the Holiday Inn for a couple hours and we had some good space, time, service to do what we need to do.
So number 3 is transportation, specifically Uber and Bolt.
Yeah.
Maybe one might have surge pricing and the other one may not. And so that allows you to kind of check the price. And it also helps you to gauge the prices for taxis.
Yeah, definitely. So when you use Bolt and Uber, guys, they have the options of actually paying when you get there, paying with cash.
All right.
You know, you can pay with cash, you don't have to pay through card. A lot less stressful if you have the app, you put in a location, they know where where you're going, you have a price, you can anticipate all these things instead of getting somewhere and not knowing how much you're gonna be charged.
Exactly.
So at number 2, we have using WhatsApp. It's so important to use WhatsApp.
Yeah,
a lot of people use that internationally. I've been using it for a long time to stay in contact with my friends that are outside of the country. If you are not in America, you most likely will not be able to use any messaging service.
Right, exactly. And it's also important to know country codes when you're adding a number on WhatsApp. In general, on most devices, when you just start typing in the phone number, what it'll do is it'll do it based on your country that you've entered your phone number in for WhatsApp. So if you're here in Ghana, the country code is +233. If you're on an Android device, you just need to put the country code in. If you're on iOS or an Apple phone, you need to change the country code. So you'll see a flag, there's a drop down, and you go down to Ghana, select Ghana, that'll then populate the country code, and then you can put the phone number in. That's super important. Otherwise, you won't be able to connect with people on WhatsApp.
And that is our number 2 thing you need to know before coming to Ghana.
All right, guys, now we're down to the last one, the number 1 thing, and this actually is the most important. The rest weren't in any particular order, but I think this is the most important. It's today's day and age. You need to have Wi-Fi.
Yes.
If you can have a data plan on your own phone before you got here, an international plan, that's ideal. If not, wherever you're staying, or wherever you can go, you need to be using the Wi-Fi that's there.
There are times where you would be somewhere and you're thinking you're uploading videos and photos, and after a minute or 2, it shuts down. They do not have the bandwidth for that Wi-Fi. It's over for you.
It is,
because there's no unlimited service here.
Here, there's almost always a cap, and so whoever is paying the service plan has to go back and pay more in order to get more. So the first place we were at, 5 gigabytes, that was gone pretty quickly.
They will actually add a charge to your bill if they feel like you need more Wi-Fi, because if they ran out, they ran out. You guys definitely need to know about the Wi-Fi, and actually all of the things we mentioned today, you guys really need to know. They're very important. Joe and I compiled this list. We found it very valuable, and these are our experiences that we went through, so we're not telling you something that we haven't experienced. You know, so Joe is going to be living here, and all these things he's going to be using on a day-to-day basis.
So just remember, Akwaba means welcome. Medasi means thank you. And you know a couple.
It's insane is how are you? You know? And when you do speak their language, if you say it right, they might look at you like you know what you're saying and start talking. Just let them know you don't know what you're talking about.
Just one word. It's like I just know one word.
For sure. Me and Joe will always be around. Make sure you go ahead and follow us on our pages. He's at Authentic African,
Authentic African on YouTube, and at authentic_African on Instagram.
For sure. And mine is Kels Acosta on every platform. You guys make sure you go ahead and like, drop a comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and stay safe, stay blessed, stay dangerous. Your boy Kels.
And your boy Joe.
We out. Yes, sir.